Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. The first thing you may notice is the video isn't exactly full screen, and that is my bad. I'll take responsibility for that. What happened was I was on a new recording setup as far as video capture was concerned, and I did not get all of my tweakables set back to where they were, unfortunately. And by the time this video needs to go out, I didn't have time to reinstall my old graphics drivers because NASCAR Racing doesn't work on the new NVidia drivers for some strange reason. And I wanted to get this out anyway, but I promised next week at Phoenix and the week after at Miami we are back to 1080p. But for this race at Texas, we will stick with what we know and just go from there. Green flag is out at Texas. 33 laps makes up the 50 miles that we're running today. Brandon is there on the outside in the Napa 24, driven by Chase Elliott usually. And we are trying to work our way from the back to the front. Okay, I thought they were wrecking right in front of us, but Landon Castle there in the Snapmatic car smacked the inside wall and managed to gather it up. An interesting first lap here at Texas. You know, no worse for the wear. The high line is pretty potent here if we can just get by these lap cars. Once we can get some clean air here, the high line we can definitely roll. They almost race like Charlotte, where they'll be going through the fourth turn and the second turn, and all of a sudden they'll just start to slow down if they're on the bottom groove, and that is where we make our money. Going in under that 38 there with the scraped up left side, we'll make short work of him and focus on our next target up here. We can try the middle lane, we can try the high lane. Luckily Texas gives us plenty of grooves to experiment with. It's all about momentum here, and the 95 and 6 did not get good momentum down the back straightaway. We can put those two away here and get under the 34 Chris Buescher. Oh, Brandon a little bit into the 43. He managed to save it. Looks like old Eric Almirola is going to give us a much needed run for our money back here for like 35th place. It's almost like if we were really like a backmarker team, how hard we would be racing for a top 30 spot. But we go by Stenhouse, no worries. But that 43 makes me a little nervous, I am not going to lie. We'll follow Brandon through on the bottom. We'll follow his lead, and luckily it looks like Almirola will roll over for us. And we'll focus on the 10 of Danica Patrick. She looked like she was going down to the bottom there, but she gave us the high groove. Excellent. We should clear her by the end of the turn, maybe? Nah, it would have been too close. Ideally, you want to get your passing done before you hit the backstretch, so you can get out to the wall and carry all of your speed. Whoa, there goes the 43 on our outside door. I have no clue why he is pressing the issue so hard, but maybe he's a little upset. I'm sorry you suck, Eric Almirola. That's on you. Alright, well, I was going to try the high line, but I didn't see Paul Menard there. We have sort of a rolling roadblock in front of us, but Ryan Blaney will be put down, and we will go forward through the pack. Ooh, that was close, a little side-by-side there. Now we've got some clean track to run if we can clear the 21, which we cannot do. It was kind of close. We can get out to the wall and really carry our speed here. With a nice high entry into a low arc, we gain a lot of speed here, as you can see. Kyle Larson and Clint Boyer, they're fighting side by side. Neither one of those guys will gain really any ground. I'll roll out a little bit and give Brandon a position. I don't want to force him into a bad spot. And it looks like he's going to take the high line, so we'll follow him through and see if we can stick our nose in there. Although it looks like Larson is really trying to pass Boyer any way he can, which is not good for us as far as track position goes. Brandon 3 wide scrapes a little bit, and he gets a twofer. And we're going to go under both of them and get a twofer ourselves. You know, that could have worked out a whole lot worse, so I'm not going to be mad about that. And then once it looks like we get around the 16 and we get around the 7, they're pretty much single file up to the leader, so we can really start making hay and really chasing that leader down. Under that 44, I want to get around Brian Scott as quickly as possible. Can't count on him to hold a steady line. And we will be off the turn side by side with the 44. We're sniffing a little bit of draft there off of the net. But the high line will prevail. We will just pick a line and just stick the gas, go around Logano here like he is standing still. And that's the kind of moves that we want to make from here on out, is very fast moves. We want to carry as much speed as we can all the way through the track. And we will clear Casey Mears and out to the wall, and we are going to be hauling as much as we possibly can here. If they stay single file, we should catch the leaders by the end of the race. I'm optimistic of that. We can see them there in the distance entering turn 1. So we have about a quarter lap or so to make up and a mile and a half track. That's math, but you know, we have a distance to make up. But as long as we can see the leader, we have a shot at him. Now once we get down to 10 to go or so, that may change, but as long as we can steadily keep moving forward, that's all we can ask for. Jay McMurray looks like he'll take the top. Well, he couldn't decide. That killed my momentum there. He was hovering the middle lane and he moved down the block. Let's put him away quickly. It looks like Brandon's making some good moves up top. He should get alongside this group of 4. And if you can pass 4 cars in a lap, you are doing something right. Here we go. We'll focus on the low line here. No. Yeah, let's focus on low line. They're going to drift up. Well, I guess not. Okay. We'll take that. We'll go around Newman, and yeah, they're just like bogged down really badly there at the bottom. 3 cars on the front stretch, and Austin and Dillon sort of act as a peak for us. So we will go around the 3. Scream down that back stretch, and I believe we're catching the leader. The next time we get to the start-finish line, we will see where he is. And chances are that's Jimmy Johnson. So we'll see where Jimmy is when we get on the front stretch here. There's Jimmy right there. And we cross the line as he's going into turn 1. We can sort of use that as a visual marker. When we cross the start-finish line, where exactly is Jimmy? Come on, Martin, layover. There we go. Yeah, the high line is working really well for us. We don't have to really move that steering wheel all that much. And now that we're alone, we can really start to drive our line and really start to make up time. Especially if these guys get racing in front. All right, there's the leader up there. We crossed the finish line. Maybe we made up a few tenths on Jimmy Johnson there. It's tough to really pick out a specific point that he is at when we cross the finish line. But let's focus on the car in front of us before we get overzealous and start reaching for the lead. We have to get around Tony Stewart first. These cars up front don't seem to be fighting all that hard, though. I mean, which is good for us in the fact that they're predictable. They will run their line. We can go around, but sort of, oh, come on, Tony. Blocking all the way up to the wall and killing our momentum. I mean, he's fighting for position too. I can't fault him, but it definitely sucks. As long as Casey don't squeeze us into the wall, but we will be by just fine. Got a 2-for-1 there. I wish they would really start battling in front, especially those leaders. If we can reel those leaders back to us. Yeah, we're definitely making up ground now. We're crossing the line now, and Jimmy Johnson is in turn 1 now. So we've made up, you know, a good 1/8 of a mile or so on Jimmy Johnson in the last couple laps. We just need clean track. 3rd place, I think, should be our goal because of that big gap there, and then we can really focus on reeling in the leaders. Around the 19 of Edwards here, setting sights on Busch. Gibbs car's running really well, but nothing for these Chevys. There we go. Now they're running side by side. We can really make up ground here. Looks like we're going to catch them both right here, and that's the Busch brothers battling. Brandon giving Kyle Busch a little shove. Oh, to get past Jimmy Johnson, so Jimmy is not the leader. Okay. Well, that must be Hamlin up there if I had to make a... Hey, okay, into the grass just a touch. We cool, no worries. But what that did, like, I don't think we really had anything to do with it, but once we get around Bush, we'll have a little bit of clean track here, and then we can run some fast laps, catch the 3rd and 4th place cars, and then run some more fast laps and catch the 20 of Kenseth up there, and whoever that is in the lead. We don't care, we just want them gone. Still no 10 to go call from our spotter, so we have plenty of time. Nope, there's Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. So maybe that's Dale Jr. up front. I haven't seen him this race, which, I mean, at Texas, it's kind of expected for Dale Jr. to run well, and at least that's the way it used to be. But it'd be nice to see Jr. up front once more. Yeah, we were running pretty hard here trying to catch him. Running in 5th. Definitely not bad. Definitely better than where we started by a far stretch of imagination, but as long as we can sniff the lead, we will be good. Yeah, that was good there. Brandon was on Hamlin's outside. He couldn't use all of the racetrack, so we were able to really gain on him on the straightaway and make use of him in the corner. That'll put us in 4th. Let's set our sight eyes forward. Yeah, I think we got a really good shot at this. The mile and a halfs like Charlotte, Atlanta, which I did not do on this particular season, and Texas, you know, you can really roll that high line and carry a lot of speed. Yeah, it's almost like Kenseth laid over right here. Look at that. We've got a lot of speed here. All right, we'll be in 3rd at the stripe, maybe 4th at the stripe, but we put them away. So let's go for that lead. And that looks to be indeed Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's going under the bottom. That should open up a gap for us to get Jr. in the turn here. Nationwide is right beside. And are we going to clear him? We got him. All right, so it's just us and Brandon leading the pack. Next car is the leader indeed, running in 2nd. So essentially what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to see where Brandon will run, see what kind of line he's driving and what kind of speed he is carrying, and see if we can beat him. I'm not going to push the issue too much because the challenge, of course, is a worst to first, but he's a teammate. You know, we can pass him if we have the position, but we're not going to force it. We're not going to wreck one another. 10 laps to go here. We'll try to run a lane lower and see if we can carry off more speed here. I mean, we're within striking distance for sure. So I can just sort of roll around, try another line, let the tires keep cool if we possibly can. Here we go side by side. I think I'll get the lead this lap, maybe. I don't believe we got the lead that lap, but let's roll the bottom here. See if we can clear him, and we did. All right, we got Brandon cleared, and there is lap traffic in front of us. So will lap traffic become a factor as this race plays out? We're less than 10 laps to go. So if a caution were to come out, it would be a single file restart. But this has a feel of a green flag race for sure. All right, let's take a nice wide arc through here in turn 1 and 2. Yeah, Brandon's trying that middle to high groove there. It looks like he's sort of losing speed there, but I imagine he's going to start searching around once he sees that he can't catch us in turns 1 and 2. Oh, but look there. Wow. I wasn't expecting him to drive into turn 3 that sharp, but we got him cleared off. I think we are just fast enough to be a pain for him. If he can get beside us, we'll already be picking up the throttle. Just like that. Like, he can get to our outside, but we're already... Well, I gotta hold it down. There was his pass there. I'll roll out and get back single file with him. He really drove into turn 3 there for sure. Let's see if we can reel him back in. Perhaps that was me playing it a bit too cautious. I know the next car is the leader. Shut up. Looks like we've got 4 cars here that we have to contend with for sure before the race is done. And I don't think we will catch that next pack that's in front of these guys. Let's get around this lap traffic as efficiently as possible. Hopefully this 98 will yield. Oh, the 26 was sort of blocking him there. We can make up ground here. Yeah, we made up a lot of time there. Let's see if we can pin the 26 down, get a run on that outside groove. And with him being on the outside like that, the 30 is not going to get... Whoa! Okay, so I guess the 30 is a little bit more aggressive than I would have anticipated. Alright, snap car, get out of the way. Alright, so he got through that traffic pretty clean. That backstretch really helped him out. We're going to have to either drive in a little bit further or adjust our line. He's really trying to make that higher lane work, and I think the bottom is where we're going to make our money. Yeah, we can really pivot that bottom really well there. I think that's where we're going to get him. I might be backing off just a tad bit too much to hold the bottom here, but we're trying to make the move. He is on our outside again. We're going to have to be extremely careful that we don't wash up. Kind of like that, the car is extremely loose. Oh, hello car on pit road. So Ryan Newman with problems. That's gotta suck. Side by side, alright, we'll go in. I'll give him the spot here. I think what I want to do is be single file when these lap cars come around, because if we're side by side getting to lap cars, that will just prove to be more of a cluster than what it's worth. Especially since we're running side by side. Oh, look at Brandon going 3 wide. Yeah, that might be the nail in our coffin if we can't get around these guys quickly. Alright, he's trying to go on the outside of the 34, and Busher just cuts us off, and we're pinned by the 95. That's going to be our race right there. Don't think we'll have enough time to catch him now and get to his bumper. Nope, there's the white flag. The lap cars pinned us unless something drastic happens here. And looks like he abandoned that extremely high line. Let's see if we can get a big run down the backstretch, get a pull off Trevor Bain, get right on his bumper, try to hold the bottom groove. If we can get a pull off the 17, I think we might get him here. Nope, he got just that bit of drive off. Second place, and we were on his fender. One more lap and we would have got him. Unfortunately, that 2-lap car pick did us in. I really think we could have got him, but 1-2 finish for us once more. We navigated the troubles at Texas, and it was a pretty clean race. I mean, aside from Landon Castle getting into the wall in the first turn on the inside wall for no good reason at all, it was pretty much just drive and you got it. Let's pull into our pit stall here and sort of watch that last lap unfold as it happens. Let's get out of the car here, head to the replay and watch a little bit of that last lap. So there we were. Now let's just actually, yeah, this was after we were already pinned. But we had a good drive here. We were really pulling in and trying to make that high line work. But unfortunately, to no avail, we were not going to get him. But an exciting race for sure, a clean race. Let's see how close we were at the stripe. I had the drive. I do not know why the car just did not pull, but that was it. Margin of victory was, you know, just a car length. But that's all you can ask for, really. But that's going to do it from me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, next week we are at Phoenix, and we will be back to full screen, and my recording software, you know, will be sorted out. No worries there. But That's going to do it for me in this episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold, and thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.